Ghana is not just going through another political season, it's attempting something far more profound. After years of economic hardship, political fatigue, and growing public distrust, the country is daring to hit the reset button. But this isn't your typical campaign promise or another speech filled with buzzwords. This is a deliberate, structural reboot, and it's being led by a man the world thought had already had his turn, John Mahama. Before you tune out thinking, this is just a comeback story of a former president, think again, because Mahama isn't returning to power with the same old playbook. No, this time it's different. This time, he's not trying to resume where he left off. He's tearing down and rebuilding from the ground up. On January 7th, 2025, when Mahama took the oath of office again, he didn't frame it as a continuation. He called it what it truly is, a reset. And with that, he made a bold declaration. Not just to Ghanaians, but to the entire continent. Ghanaian doesn't need a patch. It needs a transformation. Unlike many former leaders who return to settle scores or relive past glories, Mahama's return has been shaped by time and introspection. During his years out of office, he wasn't just giving lectures or writing memoirs. He was observing, learning, reflecting. His previous administration had its flaws. He knows that. From accusations of corruption to criticisms of mismanagement, Mahama left power with baggage. But now, he's come back with a refined vision. Not to manage the status quo, but to challenge it. Not to fix what's broken, but to replace what no longer serves. So why does this moment feel different? Why is the world watching with such keen interest? Because this reset isn't scripted by foreign consultants or dictated by international financial institutions. It's homegrown. It's rooted in the real everyday struggles of Guineans. It's about reclaiming dignity and control. It's not just economically, but spiritually and culturally. Mahama's plan touches on almost every aspect of Ghanaian life. Not just about policy, it's about mindset. It's about shifting from survival mode to long-term, generational thinking. At the core of this reset is the restructuring of government itself. For too long, Ghana's public administration has been bloated. Heavy on paper, light on performance. Mahama is tackling this head-on, slashing the number of ministries from 30 to 23. But this isn't just about saving money. It's about streamlining power, removing redundancies, and building a government that actually serves its people, not itself. But structure alone won't rebuild a nation. That's why Mahama is pushing for a complete cultural shift in public service. No more unchecked perks, luxury vehicles, or extravagant travel. Every public official must declare their assets and live modestly. It's about restoring integrity, one official at a time. In a society where leadership often means privilege, this sends a powerful message. Power is service, not status. Of course, no national reset is complete without tackling the economy, and Ghana's debt problem is no secret. It's a looming shadow that stifles investment, limits spending, and burdens the next generation. Instead of kicking the can down the road, Mahama is negotiating with the IMF to restructure Ghana's debts while tightening fiscal discipline. So that means less waste, more focus. It means a state budget that doesn't just survive from loan to loan, but actually serves the people. And then there's energy. One of the most pressing and personal issues for every Ghanaian. Power cuts have long been more than just an inconvenience. They're a national crisis. Mahama's approach is bold. Clear the $2.5 billion owed to power producers. Fix the broken billing systems, and bring in responsible private investment. Reliable power isn't just about comfort. It's about productivity, education, healthcare, and business survival. It's the engine of national growth. Now let's talk corruption. It's a plague that eats away at trust and bleeds resources. But rather than just launch another anti-corruption committee, Mahama is going digital. Every procurement, every public payment, automated. No more ghost names, inflated contracts, or backdoor deals. Technology becomes the watchdog. When the system is transparent, accountability stops being a request, becomes the default. One of the most intriguing parts of this reset is the Feed Ghana program. It may sound like just another agricultural program, but it's a radical rethinking of food security and rural empowerment. By supporting 55,000 households and commercial farmers to raise over 5 million chickens annually, Ghana plans to cut its massive poultry import bill. But beyond that, it's about economic empowerment. Families become producers, not just consumers. Villages become centers of commerce. It's local development that feeds national strength. And what about employment, especially for young people? Mahama is rolling out a 24-hour economy, a vision where industries operate in shifts, hospitals run full capacity round the clock, and productivity doesn't sleep. Imagine a Ghana where job creation doesn't depend on government handouts, but on unleashing the full potential of time itself. It's ambitious, it's visionary, and it's necessary. But none of this works if the tax system is broken. And over the years, Ghanaians have felt overtaxed but underserved. Instead of increasing taxes, Mahama is expanding the tax net through digital governance. More services are moving online, from permits to licenses, making the system efficient, fair, and transparent. It's about mobilizing revenue without overburdening the same group of taxpayers. Infrastructure is also on the table. Ghana has become a land of abandoned projects, empty shells of hospitals and schools that never reached completion. Mahama's reset involves auditing every single one, completing what's needed, repurposing what's viable, and cutting losses where necessary. It's a responsible approach to ensure every cedi spent delivers real value. And then comes the heart of the matter. Mahama's reset places Ghana's women and youth at the center through a women's development bank and youth-focused innovation funds. The goal is to unlock talent, inspire entrepreneurship, and invest in human capital. The future of any nation depends on how it treats its most dynamic demographics. And Ghana, under this reset, refuses to leave them behind. But here's the real question. What does all this mean for the ordinary Ghanaian? It means a mother in a rural town can finally access quality healthcare in a completed hospital. It means a teacher is posted to a school that has been neglected for years. It means a graduate working night shifts at a tech startup has real career prospects, not just temporary relief. This reset is not an abstract policy dream, it's tangible. It's real, it's human. Of course, none of this will be easy. Institutional resistance is real. Political opposition is loud. And global economic shocks are unpredictable. Mahama knows this. His team knows this. And now the people must know this too, because this is not a one-man show. This reset needs everyone. From the voter to the village chief, from civil society to parliament, change will be tested and public patience will be stretched. But the difference this time is that Ghanaians are being called to participate, not just observe. If Ghana succeeds, it will do more than rebuild itself. It will send a powerful signal across Africa that renewal is possible, that leadership can evolve, and that progress doesn't need to come from outside. It can start right at home. Reset Ghana. Renew hope. Claim the future.